I got a feeling I'm about to get put on. I got a feeling that something finna take off. I got a feeling, and it won't be too much longer. Got a feeling coming up on the.
Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip hop music. I am Red Capone, and today our special guest is artist Vic Slick. What's going on, my brother?
What's happening, Mr. Capone? How you doing, my brother?
All right, man. I'm chilling, man. What you got going on, man? As far as music is concerned.
Well, we're working on I just finished up a project with K Ward over at the big office, South Park Coalition, and it's a solo album. It's gonna be my second solo album. My first one was legendary, so we'll be dropping this one, I guess, about around July, August.
Okay. And what can people expect from this project?
It's gonna be different from the last one, man. I tried to mix it up and make sure that I like to give everybody something, you know what I'm saying? So I just didn't try to keep it the same all the way through. They should expect some lyrics, you know what I'm saying? I tried to tighten up on the lyrics, and I like to write, so I always pushing myself when I write to try to write some dope lyrics, man. So some good lyric spitting, man. Some up and down kind of vibes, and should be good, man. Should be fun.
If you could describe your style of music, how would you define it?
I would describe my music as player type, fun type music. You know what I'm saying? It's hood music. I'ma say without the violence. You know, it's a lot of partying, pimping, playing, macking, just having a good time. You know, just good vibes, funny stories, just living life. So good player type music, man.
Yeah, that's something that I remember back in the '90s. I mean, 'cause I grew up in the '90s, and today I still listen to mainly '90s music.
I feel
And
you. I feel you.
when you say pimp player, I think about A-Ball and MJG,
Yes,
or
sir.
I think about Drew Down, Sugar Free.
Yep. You know
You
what I'm
know, the
saying?
pimp player type rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That whole
That type
vibe
of
because
stuff.
yes, sir. That's when we was. That's my era. You know what I'm saying? I come from that era too. Said when I started with Murder One, doing our thing. It was like 85, 86, just getting out of Jones High School. So it was with that whole crowd with Nip and everybody else. So yeah, that's that vibe.
Yeah, so you started back then in '85. Wow.
Yeah, I started back around 80, 84, 85 with Murder when I first met Murder, man. He lived a block over from me. And that cat was walking to the store one day, man, just busting some rhymes. I was coming from the store. We passed each other up. And we just got to talking, man. Me and that cat became friends. We started writing together, and we started our first little group. It was our 3 Def Music. And after that, man, it just took off from there. We just kind of went different ways. But one thing about my partner Murder, man, I gotta say this: that dude will never let you slip away. You know what I'm saying? If he know you got something good, that dude constantly reach out and grab you, pull you back in, and just keep you rolling. So I really appreciate that, brother. That's my dude right there, bro.
No doubt. Shout out to Murder One for real, man.
Mhm.
I wanted to ask you, since you from the real era of hip hop, what influenced you to make your music? Because I heard, in matter of fact, I think it was Pimp C. I think it was Pimp C who said that every rapper is a makeup of 3 other rappers because you was
Yeah,
influenced by somebody that made you want to rap. And so who influenced you?
man, that's a good question too, bro. That's a damn good question. Early off, man, when on the influence thing, I would say, my influence came back from in the 80s, man. So all my influences came from the 80s when we was watching rap form and start off, I would say, man, cats like Curtis Blow, uh, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, um, them type of cats, Dana Dane, that type of music was popping. Everybody was having a good time. The lyrics was coming, Big Daddy Kane, that type of era that pushed me to get out there and say, you know what, we're going to try to write these lyrics and flip these words, man, because that was the push for me. And then, of course, through the 90s, man, I idolized guys like Breed, Scarface, Ice Cube, cats that was just spitting, kind of just spitting it rough and hard with the vocals, man. And Breed was an outstanding dude, man. That's one guy we're gonna miss for a minute. Breed, I really became a Breed man back in the day. So yeah, shout out to Breed.
Yeah, I mean, I have this beeper that's a speaker, and what I did was I put all the music that was out during the beeper era on this beeper. Yeah. And MC Breed ain't no future in your fronting is on there. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta. I'm sorry. It's back in the days when we had pagers, or I had several pagers. This was the music that was popular at that time. You know what I'm saying? Bro. So with MC Breed, though, I mean, he got Ain't No Future in Your Frontin'. He got the joint with Tupac, which is forever gonna be played. And then he got he got several joints because it's 7 years of BS, and then it's
Tight was my jam, bro. I'm out on the Southwest side bumping that Tight, man. I'm rolling down beats bumping that Tight, bro. I mean, man, that's it. So yeah, that's my influence on the music right there. Them cats right there.
Man, with that type of influence, you cannot go wrong. How do you feel about obviously, because things are not like how it used to be, it's obviously then changed. How do you feel about the change that has occurred within music, in particular rap music?
I'm an old school type cat, but as I listen to the music and think about it, everything had to evolve. We evolved from Sugar Hill. They came out one way when they came, man, and we are not like they are right now. Our rap is music. So, I mean, our music is evolved from what it was back in the day. So, of course, my style and the rest of these styles, when these younger cats came up, these children that we raised, they style gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? And I vibe to it. Some of it I gotta catch up with. You know what I'm saying? But on the majority of it, like Baby and a lot of these other cats, man, I like it, man. You just gotta groove with it. It's hip hop. It's still hip hop. Just might be in a different form, but it's still hip hop, baby.
I tried, but I guess
it's one you gotta.
I can't bring myself to do it. You know what I mean? It's just I tried it though. Because I go out, when you go outside, you don't have no choice but to hear what people is playing, especially if you're not in your car, you standing outside. You gonna hear it, I'm gonna hear it no matter if I like it or not, but I hear it and I say to myself, like, never, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way in hell.
One thing as an artist, these guys have a different style. And when you're an older artist, you want to see if you can do that style because it's catchy, you know what I'm saying? And not everything is for everybody, but as an artist, you always like to push yourself. Like on this new album I just did, I pushed myself to do some styles that were a little bit different, and they came out great in the studio. And it's because of these young cats, you know what I'm saying? These young cats was doing this flipping type style. I don't know what it's called. So I was like, if you want to make some good music and get your fan base up a little bit, try this style that these other guys is doing. It's not that difficult. See if you can do something on that. So I put myself in the frame of mind of whatever I was going on, and I think it came out all right. But we're gonna let the people be the judge of it. So.
Was it that double time flow?
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of like that bop, 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 bop. It's a lot of flipping, running, dot, dot. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of
Oh yeah.
that stepping type style. So when the right beat will make you do that style because you can't come the old way. If you're gonna do this beat this way, you're gonna have to roll with it. So I tried. I think it came out pretty good, bro. I think it came out pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, as an artist, because I'm an artist myself,
Right.
and probably about 4 years ago when I made an album, I made an album just straight up me with no influence from nobody else because I knew what people around me would suggest me to make music to sound like. And
Right.
at that point, I was like, I'm not rapping on this garbage. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
because people want to hear it. But
Right.
as time progressed, I started getting features that sounded like up to date, new age music, and
Right.
I'm killing it every time I get on it. But I'm like,
Right.
I don't know if I make a record like that by myself.
Right.
Then
Right.
I
Right.
made one. Then I made one by myself, and I was like, oh, okay, I might have unlocked the door to something here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Because normally, if this was about 10 years ago, it
I
never
would.
would have
Yeah.
got played in my
I
house.
feel you.
But
I feel you.
now I'm looking at it like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, really anything, I can rap on anything, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I had to kind of learn a formula, so to speak.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah. I feel
formula
you.
is
I feel you.
you can take their sound, take what sound like today and rap on it, but rap on it with that intensity, that energy, them lyrics, all
That's
that.
right.
You put all that on it and you can't go wrong.
Yeah, because
And
you're bringing your knowledge to that style. Oh, it's great, bro. That's why I say, and as an artist, I had to try that, and it was cool, man. Because if that's what music is today, then you want them to listen to your music, and all of it ain't gonna be like that. But I'm gonna give you a taste of that. So, like I was saying earlier, if one fan like one song and another fan like another song, hey man, if I get 10 songs on there, at least 10 people like the album because there's a song on there for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to mix it up and give everybody a little something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
yeah, that's real. Well, I asked
Yeah.
everybody this question. Does Vic Slick have a top 5 best rappers?
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I got a top 5. Some may disagree, but these are my top 5. I would go Scarface, Ice Cube, Jay-Z. I myself am a Rick Ross fan, so I gotta put Ross in there, and Biggie.
Biggie. That's
They're
a
my
solid top 5.
They're my top 5.
I'm surprised Pac wasn't in there. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
So me and somebody was talking about that, and man, I'm not gonna say I don't like Pac because I like some Pac. I felt a certain type of way when Pac left, so I like Pac, but not on that. I like Pac. I just love Pac, man, but I wasn't a Pac fan like that. I love his music, bro. I respected him, loved him. I can't say nothing bad about him. He just wasn't on my top like that. But I jammed everything he had, bro. So don't think I'm leaving him out.
yeah, I mean, shit. My question might have to go towards a top 10 later because you know
Yeah,
5
yeah,
is
yeah,
we
Five
talking.
to five.
I asked everybody they top 5 or
That's
whatever,
cool.
but
That's cool.
truthfully, with rap being going on for 50 plus years now,
Dang.
it's
Oh yeah.
unfair to ask a top 5 when
There's a lot
really
of
you
great
should be
artists out
like
there. So,
a
yeah.
top 50 or a top 25. You know what I'm saying? Just to be fair. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be more than 5. You
So
know.
many great artists. Yeah, so many great artists, man. We used to listen to Public Enemy. Man, you know, back in the day, like I say, I was a big Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, man. I don't know if you ever bumped that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Them boys used to jam back in the day, man. For some reason, that's what me and Murder, that whole duo thing, that whole duo, one cat catching that line, another cat catching that line. That's what was popping back in the day when we started doing that. So, that was the whole vibe. It was that type of vibe until it changed when rap went to LA and the little gangster and all that came in, but it was all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde had a song called "Everything Funny When You Getting Money,"
Really?
and they used to play it, on the radio. And
Man.
but this is back in the early '80s. Those early '80s mix shows when they be mixing and playing all the records and stuff like that. Stuff that they don't really do no more. I wish we could go back to that. I did want to ask you about, like, as far as the culture is concerned, because you don't hear too much talk about it, but I do see a couple of people talking about it, as far as, like, okay, those who know the culture probably feel like the culture has not been represented how it should be. How do you feel about the culture, or the lack thereof the culture? Because it just seems like rap is the only extension of the culture that is acknowledged, and everything else is just secondary. You know what I'm saying?
Well, me, I got sons, grandchildren, man, granddaughters, grandsons. My culture is very important. This black race right here is a super proud thing with me. I just want my people to educate our children. You know what I'm saying? I love my culture. I know we strong if we stick together. The only thing about my culture at this day and time is we seem to be losing. We seem to be losing strength with the kids. We all need to bond together. I'm an old school cat back in the day, when we did something wrong, pops put it on us, and all of that may not be necessary. But we still have to raise our kids so that they know that family is what's important, and not going against family or acting out or acting wild and out. I just want everybody to band together. We need to teach these kids. If we don't teach them nothing, they ain't gonna know nothing, and ain't nobody else gonna teach them. So music is the big thing with me, but my most important thing is family. And I'm real big on family with the children and everybody, man. I want my grandchildren to have all the knowledge that they can, so they ain't got to ask somebody else. They can ask me, and we can spread the knowledge to them. Because when you get to get this age that I'm at, the knowledge ain't for holding in your head. It's for passing on to the kids, man. They the one that need to know that. And it's cool with the music, but we got to also teach in the music. And my thing is, I try to go from less street in the music, and I need to gravitate towards some positivity in the music. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how long the music gonna roll for me, but as long as it keep coming out and I got the voice to spit it, I'm gonna just try to make some better music so I can not tell the kids that don't listen to it, but I want to do some music that the kids can listen to. Something positive, you know what I'm saying? For the culture.
Yeah, and that means a whole lot, man. Well, before we get up out of here, is there anything that you would like to say to anybody?
Hey, I appreciate all my SPC brothers, man. K Water, my producers, South K Reno and the whole South Park Coalition, Murder One, man. Them guys right there. Like I say, even when you think your rap days are over, these guys reach back, grab you, pull you back in. And it's a beautiful thing, man, because sometimes you ain't ready to throw in the towel. So I just appreciate everybody that's hanging with me. I appreciate you for the interview, man, and just wish everybody some success, man.
Already, man. Once again, shout out to Murder One. Shout out to the entire SPC. You know what I'm saying? And On behalf of Mr. Vic Slick, I am Cornbread Capone. This is Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty and real hip hop music. Until next time, everybody, peace and love. Because that's what the world needs right now. Peace and love, man. For real.
Already, baby.